happened in the last video.
See? Told you things go down in the locker room whenever things never go down in the locker room.
And here is more MrDudeManSir.
Who am I playing as right now? Am I playing as Ayumi and like Yoshiko? Is this like back in time? Is it like, I don't know if this is the future, the past, but I can examine every one of these little poles. The faucet is rusted over and the handle is spinning out freely. It's unlikely any water will ever come out of these pipes again. I'm guessing this is going to say the same thing. No! It gave me a thing! Upon twisting the handle, the tin shower head above spun slightly and a small bent piece of wire fell from on top of the ground. This could come in handy. I don't know what we can use a bent wire for, but I am so gonna find a way to use that thing. After I read this piece of paper. Check the third from the right. I already did. That's totally different from what was written here before. It must have some meaning. Well, it does. I'm already way ahead of you, paper. Come on. You gotta start teaching me things that I actually need, and that I'm not cool enough to already know. Come on. Is there any key here? No. Is there any, like, sparkly key like there was in the first game? Nothing. That's nice. Well, where do I have to go? Well, I know I have this little wire thing. I cannot use it there. Maybe I can use it over here. So I'm gonna go over here. Maybe I'll get stopped or something, hopefully. No? Okay. I'll just let it go. I got stopped. The stairwell was packed tightly with desks, making it completely impassable. I should have expected that. Well, I haven't checked the exit. I'll leave that last. Maybe I can go up top finally. I'm gonna go here. 4A. This seems as good a spot as any. Right? Maybe? Probably not. I probably should have went through the exit, because, you know, exit is usually a good idea whenever you're trapped. You always look for a place to leave, and that's one of them. And look at this. That was a complete waste of time, because this stupid doors is not working. There's something here, though. Another door. Do you want to work? The door is frozen in place if it's just a decoration. Yep. Thank you for not working. You did absolutely nothing for helping me in the process of going through the storyline. So thank you for that, I guess. Thank you for screwing over my gaming time. Something here. There's a blue thing and some red stuff. That's always good. Oh, there's also a piece of paper and whatever this is. That's a nothingness. And it looks like the same exact layout as all the other places. Okay, I'm gonna start. I cannot do the thing. I'm gonna do this blue thing. Make sure you do not gaze, or your soul will be broken. Okay. These are truly fossilized remains of yet another student. This one seems particularly small. It was probably in 5th or 6th grade at most. There's a name tag attached to his clothing. Renaissance Elementary School. Takashi Hanada. Okay, time to read red stuff. There's a red chalk drawing on the board that looks kind of like a tomato smashed against the wall. Based on the crudely colored shapes and uneven lines, it was likely drawn by an elementary school student. An arrow was pointing to the tomato with big label rotten sloppy letters. Girl Goat Splat. That was very... Thank you. I cannot read that paper, so it's time to leave. I'm gonna go to the Blug Super. Or not. The door to the custodian's closet is frozen in place, as if it was a decoration to the wall. It can't be opened. Okay, let's go all the way to the end of the hall. Hello. You don't look like anything at all. Yep. That was a complete waste of time. Let's go to the exit, I guess. Maybe that'll have some sort of good repercussion of me walking so far over here, searching for nothing. Maybe this will give me a good streak. And the bad streak, and give me actually some point in the wandering around aimlessly. Exit. Okay. I can still examine the door. The paper's not here. Neither is their body. I can examine the door. The door is frozen. Yep. This is, again, yet another worthless thing to do. But I'm going to check everything. Make sure I don't see something in the corner of the room. There's not. So I'm just gonna go to the second wing, I guess, if I can do so. Will this place? No, but it does stop me because there's a large hole in the floor here. It won't be possible to go any further down the hall in this direction. Where am I supposed to go then? I can't go over to my right. There's nothing up. There's nothing to my left. I cannot go down here. I cannot go to the exit. What am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna go over to the pool and see if there's anything there. Hello, pool. I'm gonna search. Oh, look, there's something in the back. I missed it. There's thoroughly decaying corpse lying here, practically melting away in the rain. Based on height and uniform, it seems to have once been a male senior high school student. There's a student ID name tag lying on the ground nearby. Matsukaze Prefectural High School, Juzunoki. That's nice. Is there anything else here? I'm sure there is. I mean, I missed a bunch of stuff. Let's examine everything. Is there anything in the pool I need to check out? Doesn't look like anything. Anything over here? Maybe there's a dead body. There's a comparatively fresh corpse floating in the pool. It looks to be that of a female middle school student based on her uniform relative size. The back of her head seems to have been bashed in, revealing a white skull and pink brain tissue to the parts of her hair. She must have been stuck pretty bad. Her student ID name tag is floating right next to her with big bold letters making it legible from a distance. Takine Municipal High School, Chiaki Himama. How did you just jump in the pool and take that? I don't know. You can have your ways. I'm not gonna judge you. You did things with good repercussions, and I don't see anything else I can look at. Is there anything? I'm just gonna spaz the freak out my cursor. Come on, cursor. You gotta do things. I am relying on you for my last chance. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I've checked everywhere. Just give me one blue highlight on something. Go back to the locker room. Okay. Maybe this will say something different now. No. I'm gonna check this third one from the right again. This is the third one. The faucet rusted. Yes, I already know that. Maybe the lights. Do you want to give me some secrets? No. Okay. That's fine. Don't give me anything to help me. And just leave me here, dumbfounded. Don't know exactly where I'm supposed to go. Where am I supposed to... Maybe 5A is literally like the only other place I can go, so I must have missed something. Okay, well I'm here now. There's always this blue ghost here, so I might as well check it out. I don't think I did check it out, did I? Make sure you don't see the gaze, meet his gaze, or your soul will be broken. Yeah, I did look at that. I don't know what it means. It's red letters. The red chalk drawing on the board looks like kind of... Yep, goodbye, red stuff. Is there anything I can do here? Huh. Nope. Maybe there's a piece of paper? There is a piece of paper, but I can't read it. Maybe there's something. Bored. Nothing. Thank you, nothingness, for being here. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Possibly right here, next to that hole. Maybe I can examine the hole with my eye holes and be able to have some sort of revelation that I could then use to continue on for the last 15 minutes of me just running around randomly, trying to find some sort of random thing that's going to appear to help me out. But there's also a large hole in the floor here. It won't be possible to go any further down this hall in any direction, which I already knew. I hoping it was going to tell me something different, but it didn't. I think I'm going to check these halls now. I never actually did check the halls. Okay, I found something. There's a decaying corpse. That's good, right? It's a decaying corpse. Exactly what I just said. Based on outfit and height, it appears to be a junior high school schoolgirl. There is a student ID name tag lying on the ground nearby. Shobu University Middle School. Mamaru Tsukauno. I probably completely brutally said that name. I'm gonna move on to the next hallway nonetheless, and just leave that horribly mispronunciation behind my past. Just forget it ever happened. And there seems to be a lack of something here. So time for the search again. The search is on. There's a door I can examine. The door's locked up tight. Oh look, there's a cutscene. Maybe we can use that wire to pick the lock. Yeah! Alright, time for the Grand Lockpick Championship. You kinda seem like a cat burglar right now. It's more like a jailbreak than a burgle. Burgle? What is a burgle? You mean burglary? Burglary? Not a burgle. That sounds like boggle, which is kind of like it's not a board game, but it's like I skipped it. This door seems to have been successfully unlocked. Look at that face. That's like the face pure surprisation. You did it! Fortunately, the lock was super old and not very complicated. Okay, let's go inside. 4A! Hello! That is not good music by any means! The heck? This isn't even shaped like any classroom I've ever seen. Wait, what'd you just say? Oh, this room is screwy. I mean, look at it, Kishinuma, have you ever said that before? No, of course you haven't, but I know I've been in here before. This is where I saw that little boy spirit. Hey look, you're correct! He's right there! Oh crap, it's him. What in the heck did he get here? No, you can't go near him. We have to get out of this room immediately. There's something very wrong in here. Yeah, even I can tell that much. But look over there at the corner. There's something in there. I'm going to go check it out. You can stay here, and if things start to get out of hand, just forget about me and take a break for it, okay? Who put you in charge? Fine, if you want. Just be careful, and whatever you do, make sure you do not look into that kid's eyes. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I don't think we'll be fine. I think I'm going to die. I have an experience with death from this boy. He is not very nice. And so I'm going to save to make sure I do not have to redo 15 minutes of stuff like I did before. So hello, pulley. With some sort of pulley mechanism. Its exact purpose is unknown, but there's a large conspicuous lever attached to it. Probably couldn't hurt to pull this, right? Well, heck yeah! This lever slides down easily. That was the worst door opening like animation I've ever seen. Did that do anything? I don't know. Just get back here. With pleasure. Yep. Where do I go here? Do we meet up and then talk? No, we just continue on our life as if nothing ever happened. So let's go over. Did this room open? We'll find out, I guess. One door opened, and I plan to go into that said door and opening it. It's right here. The lever appears to have opened a trap door in the wall. That's wide enough for a person to fit through. Looks like this goes on somewhere. I don't like it, though it gives me the creeps. Even more than the pool in the classroom. Yeah, but there's a chance it might lead outside. Heck yeah, go in. Alright, at first, then make sure it's safe. You wait here. No way, I'm letting you go by yourself. When it comes down to ghosts and curses, you're about as clueless as they come. She's some sort of ghost concierge. That's good to know that we have someone such knowledgeable in the ghostly arts. There's a sleeping bag, a heater, a TV, and a thing. I think the thing is more, like, better than all the other stuff. More better. Yep, it is. It's a small chest of some sort. What the heck is this? I'm gonna take it. It's a small, finely detailed accessory case made from tortoise shell. Its design is long outdated, but the quality of the craftsmanship suggests it must have been very expensive back in its day. Slowly shaking, it produces a loud, distinct rattle. There's definitely something in there, and based on the sound and lightweight it's of this thing, it's got to be really tiny. I'm not sure if we need whatever it is, but we might as well take this, just in case. It's probably a key. A noise from inside the closet? Bitter. It's bitter. It's wearing down. I was reading that. It's wearing down my back teeth. Crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Ag. That's why I said we had to stop this. I want to go back to karaoke again. But not with all those aphids around. You did not give me enough time to read a game. I quickly turned around to find Shinozaki excitedly mumbling something to herself in a low tone. Her whole body was slanted with her head leaning against the wall, and she was completely focused on one specific section of the empty floor. Shinozaki? Well then. Wah! What do you mean? Should I not have taken this chest or something? What's wrong? You sound like you're dying. Shinozaki then begins repeatedly banging her head against the wall. The motion was almost rhythmic, as if in time with ticks of a clock or metronome. Hey, cut it out! The heck is wrong with you? Always. You always do this. What was it you said? Because we're friends? Well, I can take care of myself. What's with that look? You just hold on a second. Ugh, my throat is burning up. Ugh, it stinks. It's rancid. I have to run. Why would you do this to me? You're my sister. Well, you can die too. After stumbling around and was drunkenly for a few moments, Shinozaki suddenly took off running. She leaped through a trap door out of the hall. What the heck was this all about? Wait, this is no time to be standing around. I've got to go find her. She's certainly an interesting specimen. Who's there? Whoa! Hello there! I'm not certain where she came from, nor when or how she got here. She seemed to be about the same age as me. I never knew your name, but I know you're insane, but help me out, but you're also insane. She looked mostly normal, but her eyes were much less vibrant than she could have been, appearing flat and lifelessness like those of dead fish. Her name was Naho Sayanoki. I guess you can say I'm a medium come writer come high school student or something like that. That was a very tongue-twistery thing to say, but not a tongue-twistery thing to say at all. Or it was anyways, when I was alive. When you were alive, are you telling me you're a ghost? Regrettably, that's exactly what I am. Are you one of those little friends? The heck did you do with Shinozaki, and why did you trap us in here in the first place? Oh my. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I, like you, am essentially a victim. Though there's little more to it than that, of course. Oh, so you're trapped here too then? And you, more importantly right now, the girl who just ran out of here seems to have quite a gift. Oh yeah, Shinozaki! Wait please, if you wish to have a place at her side for a long time to come, I believe it would be advantageous for you to listen to my advice. At her side, for a long time to come. Alright, but can you make it quick? Such a firm, cool response is very telling. Well, I'm listening. So what is it about, Shinozaki? Being gifted? You're familiar with the concepts of spiritual mediums, shrine maidens, and shamans, no? They're all people with the ability to lend their bodies and beings in natural science. Can't quite classify beings who you would call spirits or gods. They're people who take part in channeling rituals, basically possession, much like the demonic sort you see in movies. So, kind of like that Itaka from traditional folklore then. Exactly, you've seen it now. Your friend can take in the thoughts of the dead and float around about these cursed halls and output them through their own body. And notice I have thoughts, not spirits. They aren't souls, but rather the loose remnants of broken minds. Heavenly Host is a frighteningly unique place. So if she is indeed able to channel them, take it from me. She has a very powerful gift. Can you really call that a gift? She's not like you, you know. Perhaps not, but if you intend to escape from here, these talents of hers could prove most advantageous, provided, of course, she learns to control them. Control them? Well, when you saw it happening, she wasn't in control at all, but rather being controlled by the thoughts of another. Think of it as if she had an enormous antenna on her head with an impeccable reception, 24 hours a day. Except that antenna was missing not only in the means of channeling frequency, but any sort of on-off switch as well. At this rate, she's bound to short-circuit and break down, or worse still, she might lose her sense of self and essentially become mindless radio. Are you saying there's no way to get her back? I don't know. Who's to say? That all depends on her and on you. Well, then come with me and help me save her, please. I'm sorry, I can't do that. You see, I'm also trying to find someone who's important to me. I've done all I can for you. Whether this experience ends well or gets worse again depends entirely on you both. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for that flash of bedazzlement. Whoa. Another one? This is a big one. I literally couldn't stand up. I fell to my knees on the floor. I couldn't even tell you how long I lasted. It felt like it would never end. But eventually, little by little, it did subside. I stood back up and surveyed my surroundings, but as expected, the ghost of the girl was nowhere to be seen anymore. And this particular quake felt like it shook the very foundation of the entire building. Shinozaki was all I had in my mind. She was in serious danger. I just don't know what the heck is going on anymore. But if there's one thing I do know, is that I have to be there for her, no matter what. Shinozaki! You know what really makes me mad though? That she kept talking to me as if I were totally ignorant about psychic phenomena, like a complete dimwit. But look at what happened to her. Too gifted for her own good, if you ask me. Wow, sounds like you and Shinozaki have pretty rough time here too. Well, you seem to have done pretty well for being by yourself. Shouldn't Marishke have been with you though? Yeah, but he's not. I've been trying to find him. Considering how cool and collected he is, I'm sure he's fine wherever he is. I mean, if he sees a ghost, he'll probably just burrow his head and brow will all be like, you remind me of Shakespeare's sonnet or something. You know. And since you and I ran together already, I know you'll find him sooner or later. Yeah. You're probably right. I'm sure I'll come across them eventually. Though I guess there are a lot of more places to look now that the hallway's back in one piece again. But there are two of us, and two pairs of eyes are better than one. And there we go. That's more like the Suzumoto we all know and love. Okay then, let's give this everything we've got, and find our friends. You bet. Shig, I know you're somewhere nearby. That's enough to keep me going. I will find you. I swear. Before we set off, I call a bathroom break. Here we go again with the bathroom. Is she ever gonna find a bathroom? She didn't even find a bathroom ever in the first game. Let's see if she's lucky. Actually, she did find one, like, near the end. Like, the last chapter, she found one and got chased. Let's hope she'll actually find a bathroom, like, right off and hopefully not, like, save us the trouble of trying to find one. Seriously? Sorry, I've been so scared and nervous since we got here. I guess it's taken a toll on my stomach. I get this way before production sometimes, too. Fair enough. Guess we'll all keep an eye out for the restroom on our way then. There's a gap in the floor here. A board has been laid across as a makeshift bridge, but it's a bit unstable after the quake. Best to cross with care. The stairwell is completely packed with desks, making it virtually impassable. Fortunately, the last earthquake seems to have knocked many of them loose. With two people working in tandem, it shouldn't take very long to clear the path. What do we do with all these desks, Kishinuma? We could just climb over them with little effort, but they might come all crashing down if we make the one wrong move. Yeah, let's move them out of the way. Yay! We found a little girl's room. If you excuse me for a minute, then. Sure, I'll wait out nearby. If anything happens, just call out. Don't, wait too close, though, okay? Be kind of embarrassing if you know, heard me. You know, I know that you need your privacy and everything. It's probably a little embarrassing to hear, like, people next to you peeing. But for one, I know girls go, like, whatever they want to pee, they, like, ask all the girlfriends they have if they want to go pee with them, and they all go as a group to go pee. I have experienced this many times, and I am very confused by this, because guys do not do so. But, you know, in a life or death situation, and there's a guy there, he should be able to wait outside the bathroom, waiting to see if anything will happen. Not leave you by your alone in the bathroom stall where people have died before. So that's just my opinion on the whole thing. Don't... Yeah, okay, I read this already. That sounds like constipation, very bad like. Guess my stomach must be in pretty bad shape. Almost there. Almost to where? Done? I'm so glad there was a usable toilet in here. Alright. Good to go. What's this? Did it hit my stomach or something? It's all red. When did this happen? And how? Even if I had hit my stomach on something, who ever heard of someone's belly getting bruised? I took a closer look and found myself momentarily breathless. What? What in the world happened to me? The reddish-purple bruise was like a fault line emanating out 4 directions, with my belly button serving as the epicenter. It almost looked like a weirdly colored spider web attached to my skin. What's wrong? Nothing. I'll be out in a sec. Ooh, that's from the intro. Sorry to keep you waiting. I feel much better now. I'm glad to hear it. But didn't I tell you to keep your distance? But what? I did. You were just kind of loud there for a second. You seemed startled. Is everything okay? Oh, yeah. Sorry to have you worried you. So, how about you? Are you going to the bathroom situation, or do you need to go too? Well, the boys' room is kind of occupied. When you open the stall door, there's this guy's voice that yells out, "Shut the goddamn door!" Oh. I can see how it might take you tough go. I mean, if I was being screamed at, I would not be able to pee. I wouldn't be able to pee if people are right next to me. That's why I don't understand why girls go to the bathroom in groups. Well, let's just put that out in the minds for now and focus finding Shinozaki, okay? Sounds good. Why am I not saying anything to him about the bruise on my stomach? Is it because I'd be too embarrassed to show it to a boy? No, that's not it. My mind was racing, with worst-case scenarios popping into my head one after another. I kept hoping this was all my imagination, all nothing but a nightmare. But it sure felt real. And that was the scariest thing of all. Maybe I was sick. Maybe I needed to go out to the hospital. I couldn't stand all this uncertainty. But I didn't say anything about it. I just walked with Kishinuma, all throughout the school building, in search of Shinozaki. I thought maybe if I went with him, I might turn into Shiger along the way, or at least find some clue as to his whereabouts. But no such luck. Our search eventually led us back down to the 1st floor. Having covered all our bases, we set our sights on the pool, but just as approached the locker room, hey, did you hear that? Yeah, it came from in there. Whoa! This is, I'm not sure how I feel about this, actually. It's very horrifying, but at the same time a girl was tied up. And is the paint, well, it's not technically a panty shot, but it's very close to a panty shot. But is that really necessary? Along with the rope being tied around her boobs. Is that necessary at all? I don't think it is. I think it was just added for fan service. I'm not gonna question it, but gun. A girl who looked around middle school age has been laid flat on the floor. Both her arms are bound and her eyes mouthed shut, covered with sash-like straps of cloth. She was obviously being held against her will. She was kicking both legs and writhing about, frantically trying to break loose from her bindings, but it didn't seem likely that she would succeed. Oh god, we have to save her. It was only after saying this that I noticed the bruises on her legs. Ah, those weird markings look an awful lot like the ones on my stomach. Or am I just paranoid? Regardless of what causes them or how they might relate to my own injuries, this girl had markings like rope burns clearly visible on her slender thighs. They were peculiar bruises that looked almost like letters, as if they signified something that was just beyond our ability to decipher. Hey, Eartha Susamoto. Sorry. Hang in there. I'm going to loosen those bindings right now. Wait, stop! Take a closer look, this isn't going to be so easy. Kishinuma grabbed my arm to hold me back. I was a bit confused, but did as he suggested. And it didn't take me long to see the problem. The strips of cloth holding this girl to the floor actually seemed to be rolls of gauze. And whoever bound her like this really did a number. The gauze was stretched haphazardly across the room's furnishings. Several strands of it were then projected upward to the top of the nearest cubby shelf, where they were wrapped around the neck of a plaster bust. And from there, they extended up to the ceiling, where they were wrapped tightly around the handle of a bucket suspended in the air, suspended right above the girl. In other words, if he pulled on any bandages the wrong way and moved any desks, that plaster bust might fall, and if that happened, the bucket would spill right onto her. I wonder what the heck is in there. Maybe it's nothing. But what if it's not? Help! The girl was flashing wildly, unable to move or see, too scared to call out. Sadly, this wasn't helping at all. It only served to pull the plaster bust closer and closer to the edge of the shelf. It was impossible to say whether or not she had any inkling of threat that loomed literally right above her head. It seemed increasingly likely that this was the intent behind the trap. If the victim attempted to escape, she would not only wind up killing herself. What do we do? What can we do? Don't panic. We just need to find some way of getting that bucket down from the ceiling. Can you reach though? I think we should remove the bandage from her face first and try to calm her down. Either way, there's no time to lose. And we have to do something, and we have to do it now. Saving time, not fast forwarded time. Pressing Y. Saving in the 5th slot. Yep. Yep. Remove bandage, try to reach the bucket. I guess we can't remove the bandage without pulling the bucket off, so I'm gonna try reaching the bucket. We can worry about the bandages later, but if the bucket falls, it's all over. We've got to do something about it pronto. You're right. Okay, I'll hold down the statue on the shelf then. Alright, and I'll try to get that bucket down. Make sure you hold it on tight. Be careful. Dang it. I can just barely touch the bottom of it. I can't get anywhere near the handle. Don't try anything funny with it, or it might spill. I know. God forbid there's sulfuric acid in there or something. Sulfuric. Not sulfuric. Where the slightest spill would mean game over. We could try stacking a few desks or chairs. Yeah, I think that might be our only option here. The heck? Every single one is stuck fast to the floor. They won't budge. This brought to my mind all the doors and windows that were so firmly frozen in place that might as well have been cement walls. I didn't need convincing. I knew that Kishinuma said was true. Those desks and chairs weren't going anywhere. I had no other choice but to step in. Kishinuma, how about I piggyback on your shoulders on top of one of those desks? But you're wearing a skirt. Now's not the time to worry about that. We need to get this done before the statue falls, right? Got it. Eep. What the heck is wrong with this desk? Is the floor buckled or something? Don't worry, Suzumoto, I've got you. Just focus on what you're doing. Okay. I swallowed nervously, then reached my hands over the head, careful not to make any sudden movements. I could reach the bucket's handle just fine, fortunately. Now all that remained was untying it and getting it down without spilling whatever happened to be within. God, what the heck is in here? It's really heavy. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't liquid. This is solid, tangible weight. It felt almost as if the whole thing was filled to the brim with lead. I tried my hardest to maintain balance while adjusting to unexpected new mass in my hands, but I can't. It was no use. The bucket was slipping loose from my grip, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Inevitably, my hands gave out, and the bucket was airborne. Someone had coated it in soapy water or oil, making it virtually impossible to hold on to. Whoever set this trap had apparently anticipated this very scenario, and planned for it accordingly. We were meant to find this girl. We were meant to try rescuing her. And we weren't meant to fail. We were meant to fail miserably. This is all one big joke to someone. The bucket flipped over in midair, raining its contents down to the unknowing, unsuspecting victim below, directly onto her face. No! Her cries only lasted for 1 or 2 seconds. They were followed by a few convulsions in her legs, and then stillness. Thousands of assorted nails, razors, scissors, and tacks all struck the poor girl's face, piercing her soft cheeks and eyes within, filling her mouth. It took almost nothing at all for what was left of her pale, perfect skin to be dyed crimson. No. Why? I did this. I killed her. You mental? This isn't your fault. God. No. It wasn't meant to be this way. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Now I know to choose the only other option I had. I don't even remember what the option was, but I know to choose it now. I got a wrong end. I'm gonna save that wrong end. I'm going to overwrite my other wrong ends with this wrong end. And my saved wrong end is now done. Okay, well, it's like, let me see. It's like 1 o'clock. So I feel like I'm gonna go to bed. I really woke up early. I'm surprised I stood up this late. So, well, I'm gonna end off on this cliffhanger type sort of thing deal. Which I am not used to leaving off of cliffhangers. This could be bad for myself too, you know? Anyways. I had a lot of fun. It wasn't any jump scares, but there was a lot of me wandering around, but after a while I just started doing stuff for me, which I kinda liked. Although there was less interaction, which you may not like, or you might like, whoever. Whatever you like. You finally... down now. I'm rambling on, because I can't even understand what I'm saying anymore. So, thank you for watching this. And goodbye.